themselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. On third down, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Cousins now. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They run again on first down. Cook. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. KJ Osborne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses in a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never heard synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this game.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. Steps away to his left. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got Rome. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On play action, Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw it. Flush to his right. Here's a diving catch right side. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. To throw is Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for the Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first and 10, Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope up.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Kelvin Joseph.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Play action now. Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Cowboys 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Dances by him. Cook with a first down and much more. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 63 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Eluding the pressure right.
He's got Lamb near the sideline making the catch.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Vikings 28, Cowboys 21.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie, Kelvin Joseph.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 41, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Well, there's Gallup. Nice catch. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And down inside the 15 he goes.
86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This is Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try to throw now. Prescott forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Vikings 28, Cowboys 24.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. play action. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 16-yard line.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 21-yard line.
2nd and 10.
A give. This is Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Joseph is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Now Prescott.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He's got Elliott, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Here's Prescott. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try to win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run. Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far.